What's good, boys? It's your and guys and girls. It's your friendly Super Saiyan game logos. Back at it again with another video. Actually here with the homie. Would you like to make your introduction?
Hey man, it's the best Vegeta player in ranked in the world, RaizoUchiha. I'm not actually the best Vegeta player, so don't quote me on that. But just another Vegeta fan.
uh, I'm gonna quote you. I got audio evidence.
Yeah.
Um, nah, but just guys, just wanted to make it a quick video for y'all. Just kind of going, over some community-based stuff with Striking Zero, talking about the fighting game community and on a more broader scale as well, and just running some matches. Running some matches with the homies. I feel like that's been on my mind for a bit, so I kind of wanted to have a dialogue with somebody, and who better than, as he said himself, the number one Vegeta player.
Allegedly. I
Allegedly.
don't have any numbers to back that up, but no,
Alle-
man. I
allegedly.
love that topic, and I'm happy to run the ones with you and talk about it. So I'm
Yeah.
down.
All right. Let me ready up before he breaks my kneecaps with a final
Yeah,
flash.
hey, you won the first match. What are you talking about?
Oh my god. That was just pure luck because I barely got you at the last second there. But yeah, I guess to kind of start off the topic, how are you feeling so far about the Striking Zero community? I mean, I know it's been like around 2 months at this point, which is
We're 3 months in actually.
three.
I think
Yeah, okay, three.
it's about three because I mean, what it come out early October, yeah,
Yeah,
and we're already in Christmas, so it's been 2.5 going on three now. I mean, I love the game. The game itself. I can talk about this in three parts: the game itself, the community, and like what the devs part of that community, right? As far as the game itself, I think is hands down one of the best Dragon Ball games we've ever gotten. Like that's undeniable. Yeah, I know there are going to be some Budokai Tenkaichi 3 loyalists out there that are like, this is nothing like that. And I mean, to me, I spent little time with Tenkaichi 3, but to me, I feel like this definitely tops that. But as far as the community, it's a give and a take because you can find, and it really is like what you try to align yourself with, I think, as well. Because with the community, you'll find a couple of different facets. You'll find the people that just always want to cheese and find the exploits in the game. And once those exploits dry up, it's like the worst game ever. But you also find people, sort of like us, like the homie Kaizen Kuma, who are passionate about the game, who love just Dragon Ball in general, and just want to play and enjoy the game and get better at it. Learn how to play it in its neutral state. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
with those two being said, I want to obviously address the dev aspect, and that's one thing this week especially has like shaped my opinion on the devs and like reinforced it, backed it tenfold because the devs have been listening to the community like no other. I don't think we've ever had any other anime arena fighter game that has had this much support from the devs, especially this early on. Like, how long did it take? Not to throw out any slander, but just for an example, Naruto Connections. I remember I played that day one, and it took forever for us to even get an update.
took
You
us
know what I
two
mean?
months.
2 months, and look at everything that they've almost transformed in this last 2.0 patch and the patches that we got yesterday and today, the 19th and the 20th of December. These patches completely changed how the game feels and plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I mean,
I would
big
agree.
hats off to Bandai because they're listening. And,
Yeah,
it's not often that we get that nowadays. So,
yeah.
whenever I see it, and you got to applaud it. But I know that was really long-winded of saying, it's a mixed bag of Skittles, but I think it's a great time.
No, I definitely agree. I feel like just kind of go all of that point. I always want to bring up a certain aspect of the fighting game community that I don't think is. I mean, it is talked about, but it's also just like I don't think it's. I think it's sometimes it's so obvious that it's not brought up in conversation. But the social media aspect, it's like you have to remember that back when Tenkaichi 3 first came out, the social media
was not as hot.
Yeah, it was somewhat relatively new. So, you know, you're always going to have, like, some form of... Sorry, I had to lock in for the super comment.
No, 100. No! Yeah, I think I vanished. But, yeah, you're just straight up beaming the crowd. My guy.
Oh, yeah. They got it. They got to go. It's
they
either...
got to get out of there.
I think you beamed.
I got skimmed by it a little bit. Whoa. Mixing it up on me. Hold on.
I really am. But yeah, definitely social media is an aspect that I feel like just is not brought about in conversation, because I just feel like a lot of people think about it such a obvious aspect. But if we're talking about games such as Tenkaichi 3, if we're talking about old school games that, you know, Street Fighter, Tenkaichi 3, Tekken,
they lived in a different era. No, I dropped my card. Nice.
Yeah. Let's see
come
what
on.
Let's see what this is.
I think it's gonna hit me. I might be screwed here.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to block because I'm in the middle of a dash. I thought I was gonna keep on dashing, but it stopped me. Sick work. Oh, that's it.
Let's go. GG's. I had to lock in a little bit.
No, but like 100%. But like you were saying with the, you know, it was definitely a different era. So yeah, I'm with you on that point.
Yeah, and I just feel like right now, you know, kind of going off a point that Kaizen had brought up, speaking to him from earlier. You have these individuals who will, you know, go online and post content that, you know, showcases the scrubbiness, because I call it the scrubbiness, the scrub-a-dub of the game. And it's like, you know, in fairness, it's like, I know that they're trying to be showcasing the things that need to be fixed, or at least, you know, if a person watches their clip on Twitter or YouTube, whatever, they're like, okay, you know, that's cheese that I'm not aware of, that I could fix. But it's like, actually, people are going to watch that clip, and some of them, or a lot of people, are going to just use it as exploitation for just doing effery that should not be the reality of the actual experience.
Right.
Like, Striking Zero, oh my god, I run into like so many spammers. Right now, the current meta that I've run into is definitely wild since After Image has been nerfed to the ground and then some. But, you know, you'll see clips like that on Twitter showcasing how, like, broken it can get, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, 100%. Now, I will say, I am an After Image, not After Image. I'm a Wild Sense fan, but I've never been, like, spammy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I also understand, like, the school of thought, like, everything can be getting around. You know what I mean? And because, you know, a lot of people will tell you that, like, oh, get good, like, oh, you can figure out how to get around it, et cetera, et cetera. And that's why, you know, it's important for the devs to come in, as they have, and fix a lot of the things that are hindering to the experience.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when it comes to a game experience, it's twofold. One part is the devs, like, making sure that they have a game that's solid, that can't be abused easily. But the other part is the community, like, you know, good sportsmanship, fair players. I think I posted a tweet the other day or last week, and I'm like, I'm just befuddled because never have I ever played a game where I tell somebody GG's after a set in ranked, and like I get responded to with, what do you mean, or noob, or what the hell are you talking about? And these are literally like people have responded back to me after I've said GG's to them. I'm like, bro, I just mean like good game. Like, think about how me and you met, Logos. Like, we met playing the game, having a good time, and like we just had that mutual sportsmanship and respect for each other.
Yeah.
And I think and I don't know if that's a fighting game community thing or that's just a gaming in general thing nowadays. You know what I mean? That's where it gets confusing for me, because I like, part of me wants to know if this is because, you know, live service games and, you know, just everybody's quick to, oh, like let's just can I swear?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Let's just shit on this kid, or, you know, call this person bad, but at some point we're all bad at the game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, why not enjoy having that time with each other and finding people that, oh wow, I really like their playstyle, or wow, this person showed me something cool.
Yeah,
and like connect with them, and you know what I mean, and have fun.
Yeah, I would say, like, you know, and kind of going off that point about having fun, I feel like today's level of definition of fun is just cheese,
right?
And I feel like you equate, like, now new players equate fun with cheesing, and cheesing with like this almost borderline god complex,
right?
Like, oh,
I feel like that's because we have such a troll culture too. Like, everybody just loves trolling people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think part of that comes from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I wouldn't put it past anybody in terms of, you know, having that type of thought process, but I think it definitely dilutes the whole experience, because, like, now that we have this trolling kind of personality or persona, and we equate it to winning now, it's like, okay, well, let me.
I love it.
I forgot even my point was. I was locked in, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that was a good finish to the battle.
Oh my god!
If we were in the ruin city, that would have been perfect. That would have been a canon matchup.
Oh man.
But no, you were saying something along the lines of how, like, the trolling mentality sort of ruins the gaming experience.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it does. It definitely ruins it. And I feel like right now, I mean, I feel like, going back to my point about the social media aspect of it, it's like you'll see people make YouTube videos like, oh, I fight blah 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 and I do this, and it's like it goes back to this idea of, you know, I feel, at least in my perspective, you know, obviously it's trolling, but I also just feel like it's in my opinion, some level of superiority. Like,
right.
Like, you know, oh, you know, I you know, 9-0'd somebody. Is like, now it's like, I've seen it in Discord conversations, I've seen it on Twitter, I've seen it in like YouTube video comment sections. It's like people really take this ish to heart and like treat it as if it's like they're 9-5.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too. Like, I'm definitely, since Sparking Zero dropped, I put over 260 hours in the game. I came to a point last week where I'm like, whoa, like, I love this game, I do, but I'm like, I have to, you know, I mean, like, I have to go touch grass a little bit.
Yeah, right.
I gotta get off the game. And that's the other part too. Like, that's 100% it. Like, people just take it entirely too seriously. And, you know, I was a victim of that too for a little bit, but I had to, like, stop myself and say, hey, why am I playing this game? I'm playing it to, like, constantly be beating everybody? No, I'm playing it because I enjoy Dragon Ball. Like, I'm a fan of Dragon Ball. Just the same reason I watched Daima, you know what I mean? I just love this series, and this game gives us the perfect opportunity to connect with other fans, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, let's think back to when we were kids and anime wasn't cool. These fighting games weren't cool. I remember, I can literally tell you many a times where I used to get bullied for enjoying stuff like this. So, like, to me, having a game like this, having a community where I could just enjoy it with other people, that was always a dream. And it does make me sad sometimes seeing the community reactions and, like, people's perspectives on the game, or like all the unnecessary fighting over things that actually at the end of the day don't matter. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The entire point of this game was for us to come, challenge each other, get better, and help each other win, just like they do in the anime. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, you are spitting 100. You're spitting 100% facts here. I just the whole role of fighting games as a whole has just changed over the past 10 to 20 years, and I feel like we're probably like the last relevant generation that kind of like saw that shift, because I think, you know, once you're in the present, like, you know, if you're a new, you know, teen, like young person,
you're Gen Alpha, you're the Fortnite age. I kind of call it.
So it's like you don't see that shift because you are in the post shift. And so, like, as a result, it's like you don't notice how toxic it is until
because that's all that you know. That's was known and understood to you.
Yes.
Which was another interesting point, because I remember this was on like a debate on Twitter today. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, like Sparking Zero wasn't worth the $100 I paid for it." Now, number one, for all those out there that haven't played Sparking Zero and just hearing about this game did not cost $100, but there was an option to pay $100. It was like $116 after tax where I'm at. But it includes like all the season pass. Okay. Ooh, good dodge. But somebody was saying, "Oh, Sparking Zero was not worth $100, blah blah blah," and like there's no content here. I'm like, well, what do you want? And people were like, "Oh, why don't we have a weekly battle pass? And why aren't they dropping weekly battle pass?" I'm like, whoa, when did we become Fortnite? You know what I mean? But he's like, "Oh, why don't we have a weekly battle pass? And why don't we like every week they drop different costumes for logging in, etc., etc." I'm like, people actually like live service games as much as people complain about them. I don't know if they realize it or not, but that's exactly what they were asking for. I'm like,
unironically, it's become the meta.
Yeah, but I'm like, when this game first dropped, everybody was we were all unanimously able to come here, look at this game, be like, wow, this is the game of our dreams. And like now they're like, oh, you know, the same content for 3 months. Totally ignoring the fact that they have fixed this game. Dropped, like, hold up. This is gonna hit. I'm like over here trying to get my thoughts out. And
no, I feel like this jump about to hit me.
This has to hit.
Yeah, this is definitely.
Oh! Nope. No. And I ran out.
That back actually, that was actually really fun.
Once I get hot, it's definitely on and popping.
Yeah.
But no, what I was saying, what was I saying?
Oh my God! See,
I know.
This is the trials and tribulations of.
This is the Sparking Zero effect.
Oh my God! Yeah.
But I was going somewhere along the lines of. It was something about live service games. So basically, no, I know exactly what I was saying. Okay. So essentially, back to my point. What I was saying before is a lot of people are complaining like, "Oh, we don't have any new content. It's been 3 months." But look at what Bandai Namco, and once again, like I'm the type of person, I'm the type of creator, like gamer, just in general. When someone is doing a good thing, I give them their flowers. Yeah. Bandai Namco has listened to the community so well. And they have prioritized, instead of, oh, let's pile on more characters, more costumes, more things that could break the game further. They said, hey, we hear your complaints, especially, and I think a lot of this is like the fallout from the dramatic showdown, as good or bad as that tournament was. But all of that is to say they're listening and they see and understand what everyone is talking about. And for people to sit there and say, oh, well, this game sucks because you haven't given us a new costume, a new skin, or I can't change my key color. Like, bro, you don't see that they're actively fixing the game and fixing the issues that you complained about?
Yeah, it's always gonna be an eternal fight, an eternal battle between like, you made a point earlier, devs. And this is in the conversation we had right now, guys. He made a point before this about the devs versus the community, and it's like it's always gonna be a constant. Well, you gotta fix this, or this has to be fixed, or you know, it's always some type of dialogue that's being made about this endless cycle of fixing. Oh wow,
Yeah,
that
you
was
like
clean.
You like that?
Endless cycle of like things being fixed and people complaining, and not noticing that the things being fixed is I had to do it back to you.
I like it.
Are, especially for this community, a lot better than they were before. So,
Oh, okay.
I think honestly, we got to give Bandai Namco their flowers.
We've talked about a lot of the problems, but before we wrap this up, there's one thing I do want to say. I still have a lot of hope. I said it week one. You can go back to streams, videos. Anytime I've ever talked about this game will beat the dead game allegations, and I mean that.
Yeah, dead game allegations are crazy.
No, I'm saying, like, they're insane, and I can say wholeheartedly, I've never believed in a game as much as I believe in Sparking Zero. I say that with my full chest because this, once again, has been a game that I wish to have as a kid.
Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you guys took something away from this conversation. If anything, please, don't lose faith in the video games that you love. They're what bring us together. Even as much as they do bring us apart, they bring us together.
Big facts.
And just continue playing the game. Continue doing the things that you enjoy, and you will meet people that have that same type of mentality as you. Like-minded, not cult-minded.
No. There's a distinct difference.
Yep.
Like, me and Logos, we could jump on it. We can disagree about something and hash it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
but no, not cold-minded. For definitely not.
Yeah. So just you're gonna meet the people that you play a game with, and you're gonna click with, and you're gonna build your community that way. And they're going to be the ones that going to be part of that Sparking Zero or Naruto connections or future Bleach, like family that you make. So that's about it, guys. It's been your boy Game Logos. Thank you again, Raizo, for joining me. I appreciate your take, bro.
For having me.
So check out his content. Can you plug in your stuff? Tell them where to check you out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You guys can check me out. I'm over on YouTube 3 times a week at least. youtube.com/RaizoUchiha, RaizoUchiha. Come kick it. We're about to start Baldur's Gate 3 here soon. So if you guys like tabletop games, Dungeons and Dragons, we'll be over there.
Yeah, so you better roll in that 20 and choose to watch his content.
Let's do it.
But yeah, it's been your boy Game Logos. Keep it up, keep it strong, and keep on pushing. Have a good one.